Imagine a place where the earth itself seems to tell a story. Cappadocia, in central Turkey, where the landscape is dotted with strange rock formations called fairy chimneys. These towering cones, sculpted by wind and rain, rise from the ground like something out of a fantasy. But Cappadocia is more than a geological wonder. It's a place where history is literally carved into stone. Hidden within these whimsical formations are ancient cave churches, a testament to faith and resilience. As you wander through this magical landscape, the colors of the rock shift with the light, from soft pinks at sunrise to deep oranges at sunset. Entire communities once lived, worked, and worshipped inside these rocks, carving out homes, stables, and sacred spaces. These churches are not just empty rooms, they're sanctuaries filled with ancient art and profound peace. Exploring Cappadocia is like peeling back the layers of a living history book. Each valley and hidden corner reveals a new story. Sometimes a simple rock cone hides a doorway. Step inside and you're transported back in time. You might find yourself in a church complete with columns and domes, all carved from a single piece of volcanic tuff. It's a powerful reminder that with faith and determination, people can create beauty and sanctuary in the most unlikely places. This journey is more than a tour of old buildings, it's a connection to the past you can feel. You can run your hand along the same walls monks touched 1,000 years ago. Stand where early Christians gathered to pray, seeking comfort and safety. So, let's explore these mystical cave churches together and uncover the wonders they hold. Cappadocia's cave churches began with its unique geology. Volcanoes covered the land in soft volcanic ash, which hardened into tuff. Wind and water sculpted the fairy chimneys, but the soft tuff was also easy to carve. Early inhabitants realized they could dig homes and shelters right into the rock. The real push for hidden churches came during the Roman Empire, when early Christians faced persecution. Cappadocia's remote valleys became a perfect refuge. Christians carved not just hiding spots but entire underground cities and places of worship. Their faith drove them to create spaces of beauty and spiritual significance, even in uncertain times. By the 4th century, figures like Saint Basil the Great established monastic communities here, encouraging prayer, community, and hard work. Monks carved and decorated hundreds of churches and monasteries, transforming the landscape into a network of spiritual retreats. The golden age of cave churches came during the Byzantine Empire, when faith and art flourished together. Even after Christianity became official, the region faced threats from invading armies. The hidden churches and underground cities provided crucial defense. Communities could retreat and wait for danger to pass. This history of survival is etched into the very walls of the churches. It's a story of people who turned to faith and their unique landscape to endure and thrive. The cave churches stand as monuments to resilience and creativity. Their legacy is carved into the heart of Cappadocia. Creating a church out of solid rock required immense skill and patience. Builders, often monks, started from the top and worked down, carving domes and interiors directly from the tuff. Everything inside, columns, altars, benches, was part of the original rock, giving the churches an organic, unified feel. The process was slow, using simple iron chisels and hammers, echoing through the valleys as a soundtrack of devotion. Builders had to understand the rock's natural lines, carving impressive features like barrel vaults and cross-shaped plans. These churches mimic grand cathedrals, but are entirely hewn from stone. The thick rock walls provided insulation, keeping the churches cool in summer and warm in winter. The dim interiors, lit by small openings or oil lamps, created an atmosphere of intimacy and contemplation. These sanctuaries were more than shelters. They were environments perfectly suited for prayer and reflection. The builders revealed sacred spaces waiting within the stone. Their work stands as a testament to faith and ingenuity. The people of Cappadocia weren't just hiding, they built vibrant spiritual communities. Monks, priests, and families shared a life centered around the church and monastery. Their days followed a rhythm of prayer, work, and study. Monks were also farmers, artisans, and teachers, living self-sufficiently on terraced hillsides. Imagine a monastic community waking before dawn, called to prayer by a wooden clapper. They gathered in cool, dark churches, their chants echoing against stone walls. The church was the heart of their world, a place for baptisms, weddings, and funerals. Monks copied manuscripts, preserving knowledge through turbulent times. Larger complexes had refectories, dining halls carved from rock, where monks ate together. These were close-knit societies, not just collections of hermits. Their resilience is extraordinary. They adapted to threats and used the landscape to protect their faith. Visiting Cappadocia today, you walk in their footsteps, experiencing the world they created. The silence of the caves is filled with echoes of devotion. It's a powerful connection to a community that flourished in a remarkable setting. Step inside a cave church, and a world of color emerges from the dim light. Many churches are decorated with frescoes, paintings on wet plaster that served as visual Bibles for the largely illiterate population. The art tells stories from the Old and New Testaments, connecting worshippers to their faith. Early frescoes were simple and symbolic, especially during the iconoclastic period when religious images were forbidden. Afterward, the art exploded with vibrant, detailed scenes painted with local minerals. The dry, stable cave climate has preserved these frescoes for centuries. In places like the dark church, the colors remain vivid, as if painted yesterday. Each church's art reflects its unique character, some rustic, some sophisticated. Common themes include the Nativity, crucifixion, and local saints like St. George. These frescoes are a priceless link to the spiritual and artistic life of a lost world. There's a special feeling when you step into a Cappadocian cave church. The outside world melts away, replaced by profound peace and silence. The cool, thick walls muffle sound, creating a space full of history and spirit. In this quiet, you can almost hear the echoes of monks' chants and silent prayers. The atmosphere invites you to slow down, notice the light on a fresco, or the smoothness of a worn column. It's a meditative experience, a chance to disconnect from modern life and connect with something timeless. These sanctuaries weren't built by kings, but by humble people of faith. Their labor adds emotional weight to the experience. The churches prove that faith can carve beauty from stone. This emotional connection makes a trip to Cappadocia unforgettable. It's not just about seeing the sights, it's about feeling them. These moments become part of your own story, a reminder of the peace found in the world's quiet corners. The Garim Open Air Museum is Cappadocia's crown jewel, a UNESCO World Heritage Site showcasing the region's finest cave churches and monasteries. It's a monastic valley where you can wander from one rock-cut marvel to another, each with its own story and art. Churches like the Apple Church and Snake Church add folklore and charm to the experience. The highlight is the Dark Church with its vibrant, well-preserved frescoes. Stepping inside feels like entering a time capsule, surrounded by breathtaking art. The museum offers a concentrated dose of Cappadocian magic. Refectories, sleeping niches, and prayer spaces. It helps piece together what life was like in these monastic communities. While popular and sometimes crowded, it's an essential stop for understanding the region. The museum provides context for exploring more remote churches. It's a beautifully preserved window into the soul of Byzantine Cappadocia. Why do travelers flock to Cappadocia? It's a unique blend of natural beauty, deep history, and adventure. Where else can you watch 100 hot air balloons drift over fairy chimneys at dawn? The region invites hands-on exploration, hiking through valleys, discovering hidden churches, or staying in a cave hotel. The local culture is warm and welcoming, with traditions like pottery and slow-cooked cuisine connecting you to the past. Visiting Cappadocia feels authentic and meaningful. You're not just a tourist, but a guest in a living culture. The landscape and people remind us the world is full of wonder. Cappadocia satisfies our craving for beauty, knowledge, and genuine experience. Whether you love history, art, nature, or adventure, there's something here for you. It's a journey that stays with you, a story you'll want to share. Cappadocia will forever hold a piece of your heart. We've journeyed through Cappadocia's magical landscapes and uncovered the history of its cave churches, but reading about it is only the beginning. The real magic happens when you experience it yourself. Picture standing in an ancient sanctuary, surrounded by silence and history. Imagine waking in a cozy cave room, the morning sun glowing on stone walls, and the sky filled with colorful balloons. Spend your day hiking hidden valleys, discovering forgotten chapels, and connecting with the past. In the evening, share stories with new friends under a sky full of stars. Travel opens our minds and hearts, filling us with wonder. Cappadocia is the perfect place to rediscover that feeling. Every culture has its own story carved into its landscape. Go out and listen. Let this be your invitation to explore, dream, and discover. The world is a book, Keep turning the pages, keep exploring, and keep on traveling.